Penguin Audio presents SYLO by DJ MacHale, read by Andrew S. Bates. Forward. I love to travel. Doesn't everybody? Besides getting a break from the regular old routine, traveling is like going to school. In a good way, I mean. In school, you're constantly exposed to new information, shown different ways of thinking, and introduced to people and places that you wouldn't ordinarily come across. I would love to go back to school for a while. Seriously. As long as I could skip the tests and sleep late. But since that isn't likely, I'll stick to traveling. Like most writers, I enjoy exploring unique places and talking with people who have lives that are totally different than mine. You never know what you might discover. I was once in Venice, Italy, where I met a guy who said, "If you come across small alleyways that look dark and forbidding, walk in. That's where you'll find the hidden treasures." I thought that was great advice. At least in Venice, I'm not so sure it's wise to go down small, dark alleys just anywhere. His point was that it's important to be open to new experiences and to always look beyond the superficial. That's where the adventure lies. As a writer, it's critical to explore those dark alleys and the sunny streets and everywhere else in between. Young and not so young writers often ask me for writing advice. My number one suggestion for them is to write about things that they know. When you write about the people and places and emotions and conflicts you're familiar with, you will be writing with authority and readers will respond. The bottom line is that the more you know, the more you'll have at your disposal to write about. That's one of the reasons I love to travel. I am intrigued and inspired by the places I've been to. Inevitably, they end up playing a role in my books. It was while sitting on a remote beach in Hawaii, shooting my TV show, Flight 29 Down, that I came up with the idea for the tropical island of Ibarra in The Pilgrims of Rain. A trip to Rome sparked the idea that brought Marsh and Cooper to the Colosseum in the Morpheus Road trilogy. The climax of The Black took place in New York City's Grand Central Terminal, a place I have been through thousands of times. The abandoned subway station where Bobby Pendragon first entered the flume in The Merchant of Death was inspired by an empty subway station that I passed through on the train every day on my way to college classes. I can still remember straining to catch fleeting glimpses of the dark, forgotten platform and imagining what real-life stories might have unfolded there. Images like those are constantly being gathered up and stored in the hard drive of my memory, waiting patiently for me to come calling in search of ideas. Like SYLO. When I was in college, my friends and I would take road trips from our hometown in Connecticut to an island off the coast of Massachusetts called Martha's Vineyard. I'm sure many of you have been there. Those who haven't might know it because it was where the movie Jaws was filmed. The Vineyard, as they call it, is a timeless throwback to a simpler time. I hadn't been there since 1985, and it's not an exaggeration to say that when I visited last year, I found that it hadn't changed a bit. I half expected to find the can of Coke I'd left on a fence near the beach in Menemsha 25 years earlier. Okay, maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but there was something comforting about visiting a place that has held true to its time-honored traditions in spite of the chaotic changes that have swirled around it. It was like a secluded oasis, stuck in time. It was perfect. And the perfect setting for a story about ordinary people fighting for their lives while friends are dropping dead all around them on an isolated island that is suddenly invaded by a mysterious deadly force. Hey, what did you expect? You didn't think I was going to write a story about some old farts rocking on a porch by the seashore sipping tea, did you? Give me a break. A new adventure is about to begin, and I'm thrilled that you'll be joining me. Before heading for the island, I'd like to acknowledge some of the people who have helped bring this book to you. This is the first audiobook I'm publishing with Razorbill, and I couldn't be happier about it. The team there has been wonderful from the get-go, especially my editor, Laura Arnold. Laura embraced the SYLO story as if it were her own.